What up? What up? What up? I almost forgot. We got a boxing fight this weekend. Normally, when I think of New Year's in terms of sports, I'm thinking about college football. You know, they got their bowl games and whatnot. I actually think the college football playoff is Friday. I think it's the 31st. And so what boxing is doing is the carryover, get some carryover fans. On July 1st, they got their pay-per-view. So the first fight of the new year is on pay-per-view with Luis King Kong Ortiz, Charles Prince Martin. We'll try to keep it short. Prediction. Neither one has fought in about 2 years. Charles Martin's last fight was against Gerald Washington on the Wilder Fury 2 undercard. So Wilder and Fury fought before in a trilogy before he's had his last fight. And King Kong, he fought Alexander Flores in November of 2020. Did a little research before make this video. So both guys are hell of inactive, even for inactive sake. This is just also why boxing is having the issues that it does. A lot of these fighters are just ridiculously inactive. I think part of it, boxing don't really have a schedule, like other sports. Like the NFL, you get a full 17 calendar of weeks of when these dudes are playing. Boxing don't have that. Boxing, you gotta get site fees, and fighters get injured or they pull out of negotiations, and network struggles, this, that, and the third, all that fun stuff. So boxing is not as simple as just you fight here on this date, regardless. It don't really work like that because. Excuse me. Boxing is a, solo dolo. It's mano a mano. It's not a team sport. So football, basketball, you can easily do next man up. Hockey, baseball, you can do next man up. But boxing, either you in it or it's not happening. That's just what it is. But Martin and Ortiz, it could be a solid fight. On paper it is. Luis Ortiz, he's 32-2 with 27 knockouts. He knocked out Flores in the first round. And Charles Martin, he beat Gerald Washington. I believe he stopped him as well. He's 28-2-1 with 25 knockouts. His only losses are to Adam Kanowski by decision and to Anthony Joshua in the second round. I can't remember who he had a draw with. So, technically, on paper, Charles Martin got a higher knockout ratio, but I think Ortiz got a little better resume, so I think they kind of even out. Charles Martin, he showed against Washington, he come forward a little bit. He got two southpaws, heavyweight southpaws, nonetheless, so that's a pretty rare event, to be honest. Southpaw heavyweights. Charles Martin pretty tall. He like 6'5". I think he got like an 80-inch reach. Luis Ortiz, he like 6'4". I think he also got like an 82-inch reach. I think of Ortiz as more of a pure counterpuncher. So I think Charles Martin, I think for him, he's going to have to get on his toes and use angles. When people say box, they think of, get close to the ropes and kind of hug it or use a lot of movement. That's not necessarily boxing, I think boxing is more of hit and not get hit, whether like when you're right in front of them. Kind of like how Floyd did Canelo. Or kind of like how Canelo did Danny Jacobs, you're right in front of him and he can't touch you. To me, that's more like pure boxing. I don't think Charles Martin got the slickness for that, but for him, I would use the jab is the key. The jab, and step over. jab and step over is going to be the key for Charles Martin. Again, like I said, Ortiz is more of a counterpuncher, so you got to be somewhat judicious in how busy you want to get, but volume is going to somewhat be the key. You just got to be sharp. And the angles part is going to be key because you want to hit him with shots he can't see, shots he can't defend, and shots he can't counter from. Ortiz is, he's strong. I think he's about 42, so he can get old overnight. Charles Martin, he's 35, so he ain't much younger. Not really. It's a decent fight. I'm trying to think who I'm going to go with. I never really seen Charles Martin really get on his toes and use angles like that. I mean, he could fool me, but if he gets into any type of slugfest with Ortiz, I feel like he's going to get stopped. He had a hell of a fight with Adam Kalnacki. That was a really good fight a couple years ago. I'll probably go with Ortiz. Maybe 11th round stoppage. Him being the sharper puncher. I think a little bit more seasoned on the championship level with his 2 fights with Wilder. Both fights you could make the case he was winning. I just thought he didn't step up the gas when he needed to. And a lot of Cubans got that issue, pulling the trigger. But, I think Ortiz is just a little bit better. But, again, Charles Martin, he's a little bit younger. I don't know if he's got the longer reach. The jab's going to be important for him. He could try walking Ortiz down, but with a guy who can counter, it's kind of dangerous. So you can make the case with these dudes, whoever lands the left punch first could win it. But I think for Charles Martin, he's going to have to be a little bit busier but not careless. And Ortiz, I would say body work, slow Charles Martin down and make him sit down on his punches where you can pick him apart. I think that's the best for Ortiz. I think whoever goes to the body more also is going to have a leg up as well. So, 2 southpaw heavyweights, man. That's pretty rare. It sucks that it's on pay-per-view. I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to stream it. I'm not going to lie. If I even get to watch it. But I think so. I'll probably stream it with the homies. That's what we've been doing. It's in Florida, so I think Ortiz might have a decent crowd. You got a lot of Cubans in the southeast region, so might be more of a pro-Ortiz crowd. I like both fighters, though. They're both solid. I'm not sure where they're ranked specifically with the belts. So far, when it comes to the heavyweight rankings, most people's concern seems to be with Fury, Usyk, and AJ. Maybe Dillian White because he is the WBC mandatory, which is Fury's belt now. So we'll see. I mean, Ortiz has went the WBC route at least twice. I think it might be good for him to go with another sanctioning body, maybe the IBF or the WBA. Try to get the strap from the Usyk AJ winner. Should be a decent fight. I think Frank Sanchez, heavyweight, he's also a Cuban. Really good boxer. Good fundamentals, beautiful jab. I thought he looked great in his last fight. Just wish he stepped up the gas a little bit more. I think he could have got the stoppage. But he's on the undercard. I think he's fighting Christian Hammer. So Hammer's pretty tough, but I think to fight Frank Sanchez pretty much have his way in that one. But, I don't know how you guys feel about the pay-per-view thing that's been going on, overly rampant in boxing. I think it's just a little bit too much. But, they make pay-per-views because they have a hard time paying these fighters. So, these dudes got to start taking pay cuts. Or, promoters can only put on who's willing to take what they can get, which is generally going to have to be the next generation guys. It's going to be hard to tell guys that are 30 plus to take, pay cuts after they just got to level of getting, decent purses. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm going to roll with Ortiz, late stoppage. I think I said, round 11, round 10, championship round stoppage. I think it'll be competitive, but I'm going to roll with Ortiz. I think that's probably the safer pick, but let me know what you guys think. Ortiz, Martin, go and buy it. Don't stream it. You're not even going to care. Drop it in the comment section, and take it easy.